Hi, this is Paul. ICE has done it again. In Minneapolis, another person has died at the hands of ICE. We don't have much details, but the victim in this case, his name's Alex Pretti. He was a 37-year-old man. He was a legal gun owner, and I know they had a little press conference where I think the local police announced his name and stuff, and that he was a legal gun owner. They don't have all the details of it, but yet again, with ICE, again, another person has lost their life. And again, I blame Donald Trump for all of this. Donald Trump, he's the number one person on my hit list. Christy Nome, all these untrained ICE agents, okay? But like I said, these people should be held to account. And I know there's a list of names out there because how they get, how else are they going to get paid? So there's a list somewhere with their names. And like Governor Spritzer said of Chicago, Illinois, these people are going to be held account. Donald Trump is not going to be president forever. Okay, and the midterms are coming up. Okay, and also the Democrats have to realize they have power. There's a budget thing coming up, and I think they already passed it already, but I know they made a bunch of changes, but it's not enough. You really have to hold these people account, and no more masked ICE agents. Okay, people need to be held to account. Okay, going running around, and now I think they even came up with this thing. They said, oh, they can legally go into people's houses without warrants. Uh, I don't think so. Again, these people need to fight back, and enough. I know they had the day of protest. I think it was yesterday, on Friday, where they kind of shut business down in Minneapolis. I think it was just a good first step. But again, look what happened today. Again, another person has passed. Okay, again, like I said, we don't have all the details yet. But again, another tragedy, another person has lost their life, and it's just again with these ICE agents, again, people running around with masks on, okay, and they're not rounding up criminals all the time. And again, this guy obviously is an American citizen, okay, so he's not a, so I don't know, again, we don't know why he was shot, okay, he had a legal permit for his gun, and I think it would be, but again, you can't make assumptions about certain things, but again, another person has died at the hands of ICE. Okay, I'm sure we're going to get details, some of it from the local people, but I don't think we're going to get anything, no accounting from Christy Nome or the feds and stuff. And saying that these ICE agents have immunity is basically bananas. Okay, they not you may have federal immunity, but you don't have local immunity with the state that the person died. I think you can be criminally charged, and like I said, the Democrats have to hold them to account. And like I said, you should withhold that money for that. But you have the power. Don't pass the buck unless you have to hold ICE accountable and Christie and Nolan accountable. Okay, and when if we win the House back, again, Congress controls the budget. Okay, and you need to hold them, freeze that budget for ICE. Okay, and this thing have these armed people running around without no mask on. And I think there was even a story the other day about some guy pretending to be ICE and breaking into a house. And luckily the kid fought back and knocked the guy out when he tried to break into his house saying he was ICE. Okay, and wearing a mask. Okay, that's why you can't. And it's this whole thing about ICE running around with masks on so they can't be identified. Again, like I said, there's a list of these people's names because they got to get. How else are they going to get paid? So there's names of people. And like Governor Spritzer said, these people are going to be held account. Donald Trump is not going to be president forever, okay? And these people are going to be held to account, thinking that they can get away with stuff and get away with harassing people, slamming them down, throwing them on the floor. They're getting away for it now, but they're not going to be getting away with it forever, okay? And again, like I said, people need to fight back, and it's just a shame. Again, another person lost their life, and again, his name was Alex Pretti. Alex Pretti. Alex Pretti, that's his name. That was his name. And again, another person lost their life, and it's beyond ridiculous. Okay, and again, I besides Donald Trump, I blame the people that voted for him, and I blame for the people that sat on their butts and didn't go out and vote. Okay, that's why we have this. We're having to deal with this, having this idiot in the White House again. Okay, just an immoral person in the White House, not giving a crap what happens. as long as he gets what he wants. And it's a shame that these people have to go through. These people are being terrorized in their state, okay? And people have to stand up and just say enough's enough, okay? And enough of this having, because you don't have cops running around without with masks on. So there should never be no ICE agents running around with masks on. You should be able to easily identify these people, so you know they'll be held accountable. Like I said, there's a list of them because they're getting paid. So there's no way they're going to keep this a secret, because these people are getting paid. So there's a database somewhere with their names on it. Okay, and I know they're moving to try to impeach Kristi Noem now, which is probably not going to work, because until they if they win the House during the midterms, or to win the Senate, then you can actually hold people to account, subpoena people. Okay, freeze. Okay, the money for ICE. Free. You have the power of the purse to do it. Okay, because Congress, that's what Congress, we know now the Republicans ain't doing anything. They're just letting Trump do whatever he wants. Okay, and I also blame the Supreme Court too for saying this guy has basically unlimited power. Okay, as long as he's the president, which is absolutely bananas. Okay, that this is happening. Again, my heart breaks out for this guy and his family. But again, another person dead at the hands of this corrupt administration. It's heartbreaking. It really is. And like I said, I believe in karma too. I know I've said it before in other videos, but I do believe in karma, and I do believe that these people will be held to account. Okay, they think for now they're getting away with all this, and that they're untouchable, they can't be touched, but they will be. And I think it's just a shame that we have to go through this again, because these people voted this immoral guy back into the White House, who was only running for president to stay out of jail. Okay, it's just beyond shameless that we have to deal with this crap. Okay. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Again, another ICE shooting. What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. In the description box are links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also a link down below to my merchandise store, where I sell hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, teddy bears for men, women, unisex. I have two designs, the spherical circles, and I also have the Trepacer logo. Okay, so follow a link. It'll take you to my merchandise store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer saying so long. Take care.